Hey guys, in this series we are going to compare Excalibur, a professional Dota player, playing Antimage with somebody that is Archon level, and I picked the replays in a fashion that we are going to see similar heroes and the same side. So in both replays we are going to see an Antimage playing against Primal Beast and Phantom Assassin, and we're going to see the kind of decisions that are going on, really going in depth here. This is why it's going to be a multi-series video, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. I definitely learned a ton of just watching and analyzing, going through this, and maybe I can also show you a little bit my approach of identifying the key elements of a replay and just getting through it, summarizing the most important things and making it easy for you to boost your gameplay to the next rank. I hope you enjoyed. So let's head straight into the replay. Alright, so we're approaching the laning stage. As you can see, this guy didn't bring any regen for some reason. And yeah, we're gonna see how this is going to play out. I have not seen this replay as well, so let's look over it together and see what's happening. I also noticed that he's ignoring the range creep. There's just a range creep that died there, and now he's having trouble contesting it because he doesn't draw aggro. And he's pushing the creep here instead of holding it on a wave. Now he's holding it a little bit. Fair enough. Let's see what happens. He's approaching the wave. The lane is a little bit deep in, so what you should be doing is you should be going here instantly and try to draw aggro. So nice, you got one creep. Nice, and you get another one. Techi seems to be not really playing that much, but what we can do is we can walk to the right side here, and we can draw aggro again, which he should be doing. He's realizing that he cannot really approach the wave, but he's not actively fixing anything about it. Same here, this is an opportunity, like when both heroes are close, you can just stay on the other side and use the aggro range to draw aggro and then bring the wave back to you. He does it here, so well done. Well done, well done. Gonna skip forward, and now of course we come to a stage where we kind of see the effect of not having any heal. Maybe he's relying on his Tehis to spare him tangos, and they're even teammates, so they're a 5-man stack. They should be communicating this, but I think it's just a mistake for him to go for the stick. As you can see, he doesn't have a single stick charge by now. And here's the same thing. As soon as the lane becomes difficult, you want to have the creeps aggroed beneath your tower and get them as deep as you can. Notice as well that he didn't level mana break, so the reason why he's not hitting enemy heroes right now is because he can't. Like, even if he does, it doesn't really change anything. And he's off to a really, really bad start, I think, on this lineup. He's going in for a trade. He's looking for the puck. And puck probably dies to tower. Yeah, but he tanked the damage from the Primal Beast. This isn't quite ideal. And let's see. Now, of course, there's a crucial time where you want to play for the range creeps. He's not throwing aggro again. He doesn't bring the wave under his tower, but he bought himself tangos and a wave band, which doesn't seem too bad. Nice. He should prep it once. Ooh, he didn't prep it. He doesn't get the last hit. Okay, he gets that one. It's more difficult to get those hits if you don't have a Q. Q works really, really well on range creeps. Now he's realizing, okay, this is contested. Let's actually check the last hits here on the side. Not too good, not too good. Alright, but he gets a kill. And he just got one magic stick charge. This is nice. And now here he's looking to fight for some reason, instead of taking the 3 last hits that he so desperately needs in this game. And then we're just gonna roll this up to minute 5. I think we pretty much get the laning stage. We're gonna make a quick summary, and then we're gonna jump over to the immortal friend. He should be drawing aggro here again. As you can see, it hurts him so much that he's not able to trade. He should have 2 points, I think, in his queue, and then he can trade the living crap out of them and burn their mana and disable them from doing any aggressive moves I'm in. Here he should be drawing aggro again. As soon as he gets the opportunity, you need to go for it. As soon as the enemies are leaving the lane, you need to take the last hits that you are otherwise denied. And again, we see the problem with not having enough regen constantly. Now he gets the tangos, but it's a little bit late. As you can see, he's low HP and he doesn't really dare to approach the wave. Now he's forced to blink back again. He should be drawing aggro here as soon as he can again. It's not happening. And now there's an issue where, even though it's actually easier to last hit the creeps under the tower at this stage of the game, because you have the protection of the tower, this wave is just huge, so they have the ability to dive him. Let's just see this big creep wave here and see what's happening. And then we swap to the Immortal Bear. He doesn't pay attention to the range creep, he gets another one denied. Even the range creeps, you can still aggro them deeper into your tower. Doesn't get the CS, he doesn't get the CS. And he doesn't get the CS. He missed this one as well. Nice. Okay, he got 1 CS. But yeah, as you can see, we are approaching 6 minutes. We had 13 CS. The reasons the things went wrong here in this game, I think, are primarily because he leveled wrong at the beginning. He didn't draw enough aggro and he didn't bring the real heal to sustain the lane. Maybe you need the healing self, you constantly need your tangos, you're gonna need boots for the movement speed here against the Primal Beast, and then you need to trade aggressively into them, especially at the beginning of the game, to burn their mana and to make it impossible for them to trade back. So our last contender had basically 13 last hits in 6 minutes. Let's see how Excalibur is doing this. Excalibur, what is his rank right now? 185. So we are going to watch some very, very serious Dota. Let's see how he builds. He builds a stick as well, but then he gets the tangos and he gets 3 iron branches. So he basically has 6 tangos here sticking around, and in the meantime, he has a ton of extra stats from the branches. So he's playing against a bristleback. We're gonna see his approach in the lane. He's leveling his mana break, which we didn't see from our Archon player, and I want to see how he's using this. Immediately we get the first hit here. So he approached the wave, he got the first hit, and the sticks makes a lot more sense here in this game, because he's playing against the bristleback of Muerta, so they're going to use a ton of spells, and he's gonna benefit truly from the HP and the mana that he gets there. We're looking for a CS, he gets a CS, very nice. Let me open the CS chapter here. And again, we have 2 hits into the bristleback. This is what we want to see. We want to see him trading constantly. Getting the last hit made easier by the mana break again. And he immediately ate a tango as well. So again, we have 2 concepts that are already completely different here. He's using his aggression as soon as he gets onto the lane. He's buying a stick when it's actually needed. And he is using tangos as soon as he takes damage. Trading again, and already this bristleback doesn't have mana anymore, but it's a good bristleback player, so he brought some mangoes in advance. I think this is the way to go against Antimage. Nice. Did you see that? That's just a high level play here, I think. Or it's just amazing to watch, I think, the mind games that go into this. So this creep is falling low, and he is looking to hit this creep, but he's waiting and toggling it for Muerta to make the hit first, and then he takes the last hit. He's holding the creeps here. He's eating the tango. It's actually interesting to see that he's valuing his iron branches and wants to keep the stacks instead of using them as a heal. He's holding the creep wave. He's getting another last hit. Nice. And he's getting himself the boots. So boots means movement speed, and movement speed means he wants to play around the enemies. And in this case, boots might be actually more important than regeneration, because you can just outwalk the enemy damage source, and yeah, then you can play for it like that. He's using the iron branches to swap them back, and then he uses the stick to get his HP. So the value of the stick really pays out here. This is so nice to see. And then he goes for a Muerta play. I want to see exactly what happened here. There's so many things are happening at the same time. So he finishes the last hit. And let's look at the creep wave here. So the creep wave, those creeps are going to die anyways. And then a full creep wave is going to meet with his creep wave as well. So right now there's a lot of free time where there are no creeps to be killed, and he has time to do something else. And this Elder Titan is chasing Muerta already. So he's like, alright, I'm gonna fight with you because I have the free time to do something before I want to take CS again. And then he's swapping his items to get a better regeneration from the magic stick, and he jumps in towards the Muerta. This is such a clean executed play. I absolutely love it. And then here you just need to watch out that the creeps don't take the last hit, and then you can go back to the laning stage. And as you can see, he didn't really miss any creeps. We can even see if he still gets that one. Ooh, he still gets the range creep because he still has a blink. This is so amazing to see. I love it. I love it. And he can trade again with the Bristleback a little bit. And now Muerta is probably TPing back top, so you want to be a little bit careful, especially since your support is pulling. Always be aware of the moments when your support is not right here with you. And especially when you use the blink, you don't want to overcommit into anything. So he got one creepy at his back. He's making one slot free because he has a healing self coming and the boots. And now he's really good to go. So he has a lot of constant heal. Usually, wait, before we get into this engagement, I want to talk about this real quick. So usually the tangos are a better choice for permanent heal, but in this case, stick is really all he needs for the heal. And then he's like, all right, if there's a fight happening and I want to all commit, then I'm going to reset, I'm going to use the healing self, and then I can kill the person I just prepped with the healing self. So with this, he feels confident, and since they pulled the wave, he's looking to engage in some trades. He's taking the mana away of the crystal, and he gets kicked in again. Ooh, that's a ton of damage. I'm not sure if he expected that. He has to kind of retreat here. He can blink. Let's see if he goes, yeah, back to the lane. And we have a healing self, I mean, for that purpose. But still, the trade, I think, wasn't that good. Even though the options are very limited, you kind of want to be playing around the creeps. You want to see what you can get out of it. Muerta just played it really well. Minute 3 is coming up, and he snatches the Lotus. Very nice. Now we're in a situation where Spirit, what's his face? Bristleback is just pulling the creeps anyways. Now we're in a position where Bristleback is pushing the wave in a little bit. And we can take the last hits here, but he's also full HP and has pretty much a threat on the enemy here. So we see some sort of engagements. Okay, and he's going for the Muerta. Takes some mana away from the Bristol, and then returns back to the wave. Notice again that he didn't really lose any creeps here. Now he has a full wave under his tower, which is absolutely perfect as an Antimage player. You just want to get as much free last hits as you possibly can. You're not the strongest laner, I think, so it's really, really important to be thankful for those kind of opportunities and to make it count. And you can see that his last hit rate is pretty high under the tower here. We're approaching 4 minutes, 4.5 minutes, and he has 22 last hits already, which is a wonderful standard. Absolutely lovely to see. He pulled aggro there again, hitting the Bristle again. The spell is used, and you just kind of retreat. See also that he's going for the power shots first, which is very, very important, and I think very normal. Most people do it. Taking some mana away, using the stick, getting a tango from the support. And then you just kind of want to keep the Bristleback on low mana. And engage in something like this, apparently. Very aggressive play. And he's blinking in even to get it. Super nice read. So let me tune back to this again. This is the moment when Muerta is dead. This is such an interesting read, right? So he's 2 points in his queue, and then he's able to get it. Very nice, very nice. 3 even TPs in. So there are a lot of things going on. He's forcing attention towards him on the game, even though he's an anti-mage that likes to free farm as much as he can. And as you can see, there's still a ton of creeps here. So again, his timing is perfectly centered around the HP of the enemy creep wave. Nice, nice, nice. We're pushing a little bit. Just want to get rid of the catapult. And yeah, with this we have the 6-minute mark. We can see he has 28 last hits. Usually I look at the 5-minute mark. You want to have 25 last hit at 5 minutes. This is pretty much where you want to aim at. And then you did everything well, I think, at the laning stage. If you didn't feed a couple of kills and you played it decent and you managed to get your average high like this, then I think you're doing a really, really great job. Okay, let's close it with this and switch to the other replay. In the part 2, we are going to get over the mid-game of both Antimage gameplays. You can watch the next one, it's gonna come out soon. Summarizing this replay, well, you want to build for the laning stage. You kind of want to have your skill build and your item build match. And he kind of did it here on the Archon level, where he was just maxing Blink and then rushing Battle Fury. But Battle Fury is not something that you're gonna have early if your laning stage sucks. So you definitely want to invest in it. You only want to buy a stick against really stick matchup heroes. You want to buy a ton of regen and you want to buy stats. Get the power treads first every single time. Don't play greedy with the Battle Fury build. It usually has a high risk to low reward. Trade. Use your skills and your abilities to trade continuously, and Antimage is a mana burner. If you don't have that ability on the early levels, where you're stronger compared to many offlaners, and you can just trade your HP and their HP and their mana, if you don't do that, you're gonna be struggling the whole laning stage. This is exactly what we saw. And then on the other hand, Excalibur did a beautiful job of keeping the creeps alive as long as possible and only playing when the enemy creeps were full HP, using his timings perfectly, getting an amazing creep score under the tower as well. And yeah, this is basically the difference here. You wanna build different towards the laning stage, you want to invest in it, and you want to keep trading positive trades and focus on last hits instead of random engagements if you don't even have the setup to do so. Cool. With this, I hope you're excited for the next part. See you then.